Here's a question that I want you to carefully think about. How many times have you walked away from a date kicking yourself because you knew you should have made a move, but you didn't? Maybe you were waiting for the perfect moment, or maybe you just could not read the signals. And now she's ghosted you, or worse, yes, even worse than ghosting, she's put you in the dreaded friend zone. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever been there before? Maybe you've done this to yourself. The harsh reality is this: if you do not lead things physically, you're leaving the door wide open for doubt, hesitation, and ultimately rejection. Today, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to show you why physical escalation is your responsibility as a man, and how to do it in a way that not only feels natural, but showcases your true masculine confidence. You have it and you can do it, but you need to take action, because here's the thing: if you don't take the lead and make a move with her, another man will. All right, the first thing that I want you to understand is that escalating physically on a date is on men. Women don't do this because they know deep down that sexual purity is valuable. They do not want to be seen as being easy. It has to be the man gradually leading the interaction towards physical intimacy, which is why if you're waiting for her to make the first move, well, you're going to be waiting for a long time. Now, of course, there are instances where a woman will have a level of attraction for you that is so high that she simply cannot help herself or keep her hands off of you. But this is rare. It does happen, but it is rare. So if it does happen to you and you like her, well, great job, because you have done a lot of things right for her to drop her guard down that far and initiate. Physical escalation, it has to be the man's move. As a man, your masculinity is all about persevering, breaking through barriers, and overcoming challenges. And one of those challenges is physical escalation with women. Both men and women understand this, and when you're with a woman who's into you and you don't act, well, it tells her that you're lacking confidence, experience, and that you're afraid. She will sense this, and it will be a turnoff. Now, I understand why guys wait. They tiptoe a bit, they lean into the friendly vibes, not wanting to look too eager, hoping that she will eventually make a move or give you some blindingly obvious sign. But what you're doing here isn't having the effect that you might think it does, okay? What you're confusing here is resisting sexual desire of your own with being hesitant and afraid to make a move. Physical escalation doesn't mean that you need to be some sex-crazed maniac. It just means that you have an understanding of sexuality, timing, confidence, and you can read social cues. So let's break this down. When you take the lead physically, what you're doing is you're showcasing 4 key traits of masculinity: confidence, experience, social acuity, and sexual prowess. Let's take a look at each of them. All right, first up is confidence. A confident man is not afraid to face rejection. You go for it, and if she's not into it, you handle it like a champ. You're either going to get the green light, or you're showing her you're not afraid to make a move. So either way, you come out looking good. And remember this: physical escalation is a man's role. Have you ever heard a woman say, "Yeah, I totally made all the moves. I lured him back to my place and we hooked up"? No, you're going to hear her say something more along the lines of this: "Well, we were having a great time and one thing led to another, da 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 da." You're the one leading her down that experience. She doesn't lead you. Now, with some of her girlfriends, she may say she wore this or that to get your attention, or had you come back to her place to hang out, and reveal some of her ulterior motives. But in general, women don't frame it like this. They prefer to see it in such a way where the man was so aroused and attracted to her that he made the moves and successfully seduced her, not the other way around. Now, next up is experience. Okay, women want you to lead them into a sexual experience. They don't want you to be fumbling around like it's your first time at the bedroom rodeo. Even on a first date, you need to be the one guiding the interaction. And even if your beliefs are about waiting for marriage, you still need to lead physically within the bounds of your beliefs. So do not use religion or whatever it is that you believe as an excuse not to escalate. You have to escalate and reveal that you have the experience even if you don't have sexual experience. A man with experience is not going to be all giggly and nervous making a move. He's going to be smooth. It's as if he's done it many times before. So a good piece of actionable advice with giving her a good experience is to move slowly. You're not in a rush when you get physical because she wants to know and feel that you can handle yourself. You're not going to, blow your wad in 2 seconds and that she is going to be in good hands. So therefore, moving slowly and enjoying the moment, it really signals this. Social acuity is next. So what exactly is social acuity? Well, it's about having both the awareness and intelligence to read the room and the woman in front of you. This is not just about knowing when to make a move. It's about understanding the subtle cues that she might be giving off and knowing how to respond in a way that feels natural and second nature. So let me illustrate this a little bit here, okay? So imagine this, you're on a date, things are going well, the conversation is flowing, and you're starting to feel that connection. So far so good, right? But here's where a lot of men get it wrong. They either jump the gun and they go in too strong, too fast, too soon, or they're over here, they hesitate, they do nothing, and it's like they're waiting for this neon sign to light up that says, "Kiss me now." It's not gonna happen, guys. Social acuity is about picking up on the micro signals that she's giving you. It's in her body language. It's in the way she looks at you. It's how close she's sitting next to you at the bar. It's even in the tone of her voice and how she converses with you. You need to pay attention to all of these. So think of it like this. Social acuity is your radar. It's continuously scanning the situation. It's picking up on everything from the way she's playing with her hair to how she's reacting when your knees touch underneath that bar counter. Does she like it? Is she moving away or is she getting closer? Does she mirror your movements? If she does, that's a good thing. Is she laughing at your jokes that are not really that funny? Again, these are all green lights. It's a very good sign, but here's the key. Do not just rely on what you see. Observe with your eyes, but tune into what you feel and use your intuition, because there may be examples outside of this where you can feel her getting closer to you. And at that time, you may feel fear, but push past this if all the other signs are there and make your move. All right, last up is sexual prowess. In this day and age, men have been shamed into thinking having any sexual inclinations makes them a perv, and therefore, oftentimes completely overlook developing that side of themselves. The reality is a man with a rich sense of sexuality and sensuality is incredibly alluring to women. It's not just about being a guy who's horny, all right? It's about being a guy who knows how to command his body and understand a woman's, whether it's holding her hand, offering her arm, going in for the kiss at the end of the date, or even escalation in the bedroom. It's about how you do it, not just that you do it. So what I want you to understand about sexuality is this. Being timid is like castrating yourself. It makes both you and her awkward and frustrated. But on the flip side, showing sexual prowess reveals that you understand sexuality on a deeper level but are not ruled by it. And trust me, women who are attracted to you want you to physically escalate and are usually disappointed if you do not. But here is the kicker, okay? Sometimes you're not going to know how attracted she is to you. And this is why you trickle in opportunities during the date for physical contact along the way, whether it be, like I said, touching knees under the bar, holding hands, etc. And when the date is wrapping up, you always go in for that kiss so you can see where she is at. If she turns her head or just gives you a hug, it's no big deal, but you've kind of just revealed that she's not that into you, which is good, so you can move on. But if she does reciprocate, then you know that she has a level of physical attraction and is open to you, leading her towards physical intimacy. So, to wrap this up, physical escalation is crucial, and it is on you, the man, to make it happen. Confidence, experience, social acuity, and sexual prowess are all on display when you lead physically. So do not be timid, do not hesitate, because as we all know, he who hesitates masturbates. All right, what are your biggest challenges when it comes to physical escalation? Let me know down in those comments below, and let's talk about it. Or if you've got another challenge that you'd like to get personal one-on-one coaching on, click that link down below and book a coaching option that works best for you. And of course, if you have not grabbed it yet, download my free guide, The Gentleman's 12-Point Checklist to Dropping Panties. This is where I share the 12 essential traits that every man must embody. All right, guys, that does it for this one. We will see you in the next video.